Hi, Suzy.
Hello, hello.
It's nice to see you. Look at this.
Ta-da.
There is How to Build a World-Class Substack in the bookshop, the Accidental Bookshop, which is just the most beautiful space in Alnwick. I'll just give everyone a tiny tour. We're just doing a tiny little mini ad to introduce Suzy, who has been an absolute superstar on Substack the last year or so and works here sometimes. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what you do, Suzy?
Well, first of all, massive congratulations on publishing your amazing book, How to Build a World-Class Substack. Claire has taught me how to build a world-class Substack. So I have built a Substack called Heartleap, and in the last year, following Claire's advice and following the advice in this book, I've now got 1,000 subscribers, and 1,300 subscribers, 100 paid, and I'm starting to make a living. So as a journalist, this is incredible. When Claire said to me, you can actually get money for publishing a blog, I was like, what? I don't think so. When, I used to work for a magazine called Psychology's Magazine. I was the editor-in-chief there. And, to be able to get subscribers for a magazine was so difficult to do. So I couldn't understand what Substack was all about. But I trusted Claire and I trusted her advice and I followed her advice and ta-da! And so I've started to build this brilliant Substack that not only do I enjoy, I love, but it's actually earning me money as well, which is incredible. So it's a very, very exciting time, I believe, for anyone who's a creative or who's a writer who wants to be authentic online to create something. I do lots of things. So I work in a bookshop 1 day a week. I have a coaching practice. I'm a writer. I write for the national newspapers still. I'm writing a novel. I do all of these different things. And I'm building a life that is simple, creative, and happy. That's what Heartleap, my Substack, is all about. And Substack gives me such hope that is possible for me. So I can't thank you enough, Claire, really. Thank you so much for all your advice and for your guidance and your mentoring to get me to where I am now. And I'm really optimistic about the future now, which I've never been. I feel empowered rather than sort of thinking, I'm waiting for another gatekeeper to sort of choose me. I am actually doing it for myself every day and building something slowly. I know there's some people who, and I know you have, just built these massive followings overnight almost. And for me, it's slow but steady, and I love that. And I love growing something slowly and seeing it sort of flourish. It's like planting a garden, and I love it.
Oh, I love that. Thank you, Suzy. And then working in the bookshop. So I love this multi-hyphen career that you've created. You've articulated some of it there, and I know you're very honest and you're writing about how it all comes together. But in the bookshop, do you get to see what people are actually interested in reading? Because I'm constantly hearing, there's not a market for this, there's not a market for that. How am I going to sell it? And I feel like some of us are like wavering, thinking, well, what's the point of me doing my book? What do you see here? Like, what are the buying patterns? Who buys what?
It's the most encouraging thing I've ever done. So if you're a writer, go and work in a bookshop because you see people in their droves buying books. And it's not just books going through publishers. We've got LJ Ross over there, Louise Ross, who's written a whole massive imprint, started her own imprint, Dark Skies Publishing, and now is one of the most successful writers probably in the world, especially in the Northeast. We've got another girl, Catherine Graham, who wrote the Salt Girls series, which again is an independent publisher, doing really, really well. And then we've got all the, the normal best-selling books, everyone from Anne Cleeves to Val McDermott, all the big thriller writers. People are coming in in droves every day. They come in and buy books, and it's so, people, you hear these kind of rumors that no one buys books anymore. They do, they really do. So it's been the most encouraging and hopeful things that I've ever done, really, is to work in a bookshop. And I would encourage everyone, obviously, try and buy from independent bookshops if you can. The Accidental Bookshop in Alnwick is just this mecca for brilliant choices, a brilliant team choosing the books. I think that's really important. Go and make friends with your local bookseller and find out what's being sold, find out I think for many of us, you don't go and find out what's being sold and then write a book. I think many of us are just inspired to write the books that we want to write. But if you have got an idea, but you're not quite sure what genre you want to put it into, whether it's crime or cozy crime or romance or romantasy, which is a whole new genre which I'd never heard of before. come and just do your research, find out, talk to the booksellers. But I think it's a really hopeful landscape for any writer out there who wants to make a living from writing.
Well, that's so brilliant to hear, and thank you to you and thank you to the Accidental Bookshop for hosting this little moment where we have officially launched How to Build a World-Class Substack. So if you're watching and it's on the summit or it's on my Substack, we've had a lovely little moment, because you've got to make the moments in life, you've got to make those little moments of sparkle and come together. So thank you, Suzy.
Thank you.